Welcome to Chadlocks, your new favorite sports betting show. Join Chad as he fearlessly delivers his locks with little to no research, blind confidence, and just enough charm to make you forget the results. It's not as much about winning, but more about the process and blaming the refs and coaches when it all goes sideways. It's time to lock in.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining in the Chadlocks Week 8 of the NFL. My name is Chad Rink. Check me out on the X at Chad Ocho Rinko. Week 7 was a good week for us overall. The bets didn't all hit. We did hit our Jordan Addison receiving ladder, so that's really what carried us through this week. So, and that's really all that matters last week. So, of the 5 last week, we did not hit our Thursday Night Football. We have not been great on our Thursday Night Football. I believe we only have hit one of those parlays, and we've been close on a couple. We've just been one leg off, including yesterday's game. So Jordan Addison, 50 receiving yards, we had bet at plus 140. Hit that. It gained 1.25 units. And then we lost a unit on Quinshon Judkins, 130 rushing yards. Breece Hall over 25.5 receiving yards. The Saints-Bears game going over 46.5. And then Dak Prescott throwing for 275 or more. So we did lose 4 units on that one. Gained the 1.25 units on the Addison play. The 5 for 5, we only hit 2. It was Devontae Adams and Quinshon Judkins hit touchdowns. Breece Hall, Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce did not hit, so we lost a half unit there. However, I talked about doing a Jordan Addison receiving yard ladder. So we did have the 50-yard, which I played straight, and then we did hit that one for 1.25 units. And then I played Addison's receiving yard at 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 120. So 7 rungs on that ladder. They all hit. He had over 130 receiving yards. So on the 60-yard, had a 1 unit play, profited 2.1 units. On the 70-yarder, also had a 1 unit play, profited 3.1 units on that. And then on the 80, 90, 100, and 120, I just played a half unit. They all hit. So on the 80-yard, 2.25 units, 90 yards, 3.5 units. On the 100-yard, 4.75 units. And then the 120 plus profited 7.91 units. So again, much like when we did the Ashton Genty ladder, that carried us for the week, the Jordan Addison ladder just did the same thing as well. So week 7, we were up 20.36 units thanks to the Jordan Addison ladder. Through week 7, we are up 39.36 units. So again, trying to see during the NFL season if we could start with $100, get it to $1,000. So we are about halfway there, much like Bon Jovi. So we currently are sitting at $493.60 in our bank for the NFL season. So let's see if we can continue to add to that. I do not have a ladder this week. If something pops up later on, I will post that on X or on Instagram, where you can follow me as well at RinkNado. So Thursday Night Football happened last night. The 3 leg I posted on X, the 3 legs I had were over 2.5 field goals, which hit. Had Ladd McConkey anytime touchdown, which also hit. And then again, at a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown. So this is the 3rd week this year where a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown cost us a otherwise excellent parlay. So I don't blame Jefferson. If you watch that game, the offensive line was bad. Darrisaw was out for the Vikings on the O-line, and I believe they had another guy out as well. Carson Wentz just looked like absolute cheeks. So he was hurt. I don't know why they did not just go to their rookie at some point when they knew Wentz looked bad, was hurt. I don't know. That game was kind of never close. So, again, lost a unit there. So we're down to unit already this week. So what we're looking at now, I will go over my 5 favorite bets and then also the 5 for 5. So first bet, I like James Cook, 100 plus rushing yards at plus 270. They're going up against the Panthers. They are on the road. I think the Panthers can make it somewhat competitive, even though Andy Dalton is there. That Bills defense really has a hard time stopping people. So I think Dowdle can do some things. And Dalton, I think, can make that passing game a little bit more serviceable than Bryce Young. So also, I think even if the Bills just totally annihilate the Panthers, I think it could be because James Cook just went off or had a huge run. James Cook has that ability to bust off a 40-plus yard touchdown run. So I will take James Cook, 100 yards, or coming off the bye at plus 270. Another game that I like is Roma Dunze, 80-plus receiving yards at plus 210. So DJ Moore is questionable. He's got a hip injury. They are playing the Ravens, whose Ravens secondary has not been good at all this year. Lamar Jackson's questionable, which I think that'll help the game stay competitive. So I would like to have Lamar play, even though as a Bears fan, I would like for him not to play so we could chalk up another win against Cooper Rush. But I like Roma Dunze. He has been Caleb Williams' number one receiver all year. He's getting the targets. He can get it underneath. He can get it going long. I like him getting over 80 yards against this Ravens secondary in a game that could be pretty competitive and also pretty high scoring, especially if DJ Moore is out. Third one I like, and I would have taken this probably, I would have laddered this to 200 if I could, is Bijan Robinson, 130-plus rushing yards at plus 350. We know what this Dolphins run defense is. It is horrible. Tito and I talked about it on the fantasy football show we just recorded, and he and I could probably each get close to 50 yards on that defense. So Bijan, I think, could, get a huge long run. He may not even need to have a lot of carries to get to 130. Algiers in play too, because I think he'll probably get a lot of run as well. But I do like Bijan at 130-plus rushing yards. You could tell that his number was probably set around 80 to 90, since 130 is only at plus 350. They are not going to let you ladder it up to 200. It's just they are not going to let you go that high. But I do like Bijan against this porous run defense in Miami. Next bet number 4 is it's a 2-leg parlay, Moneyline parlay. I like the Bengals money line and I like the Buccaneers money line. Put them together, it's minus 105 at bet 365. I like Tampa against the Saints. The Saints are just not good. Tampa is going to right the ship. I think they're just better. They're on the road. It's in a dome. I just like Tampa Bay better, even with Mike Williams out and with Bucky Evering most likely out as well. Baker's better. Their team's just better. Give me Tampa on the money line. And I do like Cincinnati money line, no matter who is at the helm quarterbacking this horrible Jets team. Garrett Wilson is going to be out most likely. And the Bengals defense is bad, but that Jets offense is horrible. I think they have a better chance with Fields just because he can run, but Fields is not processing anything. And so I think the Bengals defense could be a sneaky DFS or fantasy streaming play because no one owns them. I can guarantee you nobody owns them in any of your leagues. And the Jets aren't scoring. Fields has a propensity to fumble a lot. No Wilson. I think they get up. I just think the Bengals should win this game, and also they are at home. So give me both Bengals, Buccaneers money lines, minus 105. And then the last one I like this could change because I think it's gonna be depending on if Lamar Jackson is in or not. If Lamar Jackson is out, then I really love it. It's Chicago at Baltimore under 24.5 first half points at minus 115. If you're looking at first half game totals, 24.5 is one to kind of look at because you're looking at that is going to be 3 touchdowns and a field goal most likely. Or if you get 2 touchdowns, you're going to have to get like 4 field goals. That's a lot of scoring plays. If Lamar's out, I don't think the Ravens can do that. The other one I would pivot to would be the Niners are getting a point at Houston, and I like that one as well. And it's going to probably be the same around 110, 115. So it's going to really depend, because if Lamar's in, then I could maybe see this going over that. If Lamar is out, then I do like the under first half points in that game. So we're now looking at the 5 for 5. Again, Arby's, call us if you would like to sponsor the 5 for 5. Although now with inflation, I think it's like 5 for $5.99 or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't eat at Arby's a lot. So I did the one time, and if Steve Burke, my former boss when I was working at a distribution center there, I said I could probably eat 5 Arby's beef and cheddar sandwiches in one sitting. And I said, the question isn't going to be if I could finish 5. It's how fast I could finish 5, because I eat very fast. So the funny story was, we were at work. I had not been eating well probably the week prior. And I knew that. I was like, man, I am just not feeling well. So I brought a salad and just a can of tuna, because I will eat just plain tuna out of a can. So I was heading to go get my salad and can of tuna to eat healthy when Steve came up and was, hey, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to get my lunch. He's like, oh, I was going to take you and go out and do that Arby's challenge. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. So we go to Arby's, and he said he would pay for it if I finished it. So we went to Arby's. I got 5 Arby's beef and cheddar sandwiches, and then I just got a water, and I ate 5 Arby's beef and cheddar sandwiches in 11 and a half minutes. So it was rough. The first 3 went pretty quick. I think I nailed the first 3 in about 5 minutes, and then it got a little rough. And I think about the end, like halfway through the 4th, or when I first started the 5th sandwich, I had a well-timed burp, which really helped open things up, and I got them down. So it was good. I did not feel well for 3 days, and that's because it was 6,300 milligrams of sodium I intook in 11 and a half minutes. I tell the story. Most guys I talk to are impressed. My wife was not happy that I did that when I told her what I did. And she's like, you're going to die right after your life insurance hits. I'm like, I'm going to die in 3 days. I think it was not good. So, I still eat fast. I don't think at my age with my metabolism, I could do that again. More or less now it's a smaller amount faster. Like I could probably eat, a double quarter pounder with cheese in under a minute. I did also have another one where I ate an entire box of Fruity Pebbles in 5.5 minutes, but I will save that story for another day. So let's wrap this up. I don't even know how we even got on. The Arby's 5 for 5. So again, if you're new, 5 players to score an anytime touchdown, $5 on that. So this week we talked about James Cook. So I do like James Cook for a touchdown as well. I think this Bills team is going to score a lot of points. And I think this Panthers-Bills game could be quite high scoring. So I do like James Cook to score here. He has been a touchdown phenom over the last couple years. So I do like him scoring this game because I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. I don't like, and the receivers there just don't really do it for me. So I like James Cook. His touchdown prop is at -150. So I like putting him in this parlay. Also talked about Rome Odunze. I do like Rome Odunze scoring this week. That Ravens defense, the secondary in particular, not good. I think if Lamar plays, this game is going to be competitive. I think it's going to be high scoring because the Bears defense, well, they have played well lately. They are not awesome. So I like Rome Odunze to score. Caleb Williams loves to target him, and he has found the end zone quite a bit. So give me Cook and Odunze. Odunze, he's at a +145, so I don't mind that as a straight bet as well. I do like Bijan this week. I mean, I think everyone loves Bijan this week. He's minus 225. So if Bijan doesn't score, it's probably because he did not break off a long touchdown and then they just went to Algier. It's probably going to be one where that's the leg that's going to miss it for me because Algier is going to have 2 touchdowns inside the 10 and it's going to make me mad. So I do like Bijan as well. Give me Alvin Kamara. That's a little bit different. That Tampa Bay game, the Tampa Bay defense can be had. I know with Kendre Miller out, I think it's going to be a lot of Alvin Kamara. The other one I could look at, and his at plus 110. I think this could be one I have to look at it, and this could be one I would do if I'm going to do a ladder. It might be a Taysom Hill just parlay. I think Taysom Hill could have that Taysom Hill week this week with Miller out, with Neal the rookie. I think you see about 7 to 9 carries for Taysom Hill, and I could maybe see him throwing a touchdown. So this could be a big Taysom Hill week, but give me Alvin Kamara to score a touchdown this week. He's at plus 110. And then to round out the 5 for 5, give me Cortland Sutton against the Cowboys. I like Denver to score a lot of points throughout the game, not just in the fourth quarter. I think they can score. I think that game is going to be the fantasy game of the week because I think Dallas can move on Denver, even though Denver's defense is good. I know Patrick Surtain could cover CeeDee Lamb, which just makes Pickens a huge play this week, him and Turd Ferguson. So I do like the Denver to be able to score on Dallas, both in the run game and the passing game, and give me Cortland Sutton. I think he's just too good. He will find the end zone. So that's the 5 for 5. James Cook, Rome Odunze, Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Cortland Sutton to all score an anytime touchdown. $5 down to return $151.72. Like I said, we have not yet hit the 5 for 5 the first 7 weeks of the season. All it takes is for us to hit one 5 for 5 this year through the regular season, and we will profit because, again, 18 weeks, $5, that's 90. Most of these are going to be over $100, more in the 130 to 170, depending on what the odds are. So I do, I'm very confident this week. The Alvin Kamara one, I think, is the one that gives me the most pause, but I do like it because I think he's just going to see a lot of volume in that Bucs game, especially if they get down. They don't have anybody else, and they hopefully should be able to throw down to him. So that is it for week 8. Chadlocks, thank you very much for checking us out here on the YouTubes, or if you went to fanstreamsports.com, check us out as well. So until next time, thanks for checking in, and we will see you for week 9. Have a profitable week 8.